Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about different data types which are available in Java. We also discuss about the sizes and ranges of those data types. So before going to or listing different data types in Java, so they have categorized all these data types into two types. So the first one is primitive types, which are existing data types, and the second one is reference types. So reference means if you create any class, as we discussed earlier, so for class there is no memory. If you want to allocate memory for the class, then you need to create an object or reference for that. So that comes under reference types. Later we will discuss about that. And coming to primitive types, they have divided these primitive types, existing data types, into three categories here. The first one is numerical types, boolean and return address. So in boolean it will support only two values, either true or false. And coming to return address, directly we are not focusing on pointers in Java. As we discussed earlier, Java directly doesn't support pointers. But if we return any value, a data member or an object, so that comes under return address here. And again, numerical types is divided into two types, floating point and integral type. So floating point in the sense it contains fractional part, integral part in the sense it contains only integer representation. So again, under floating point we have two data types, one is float and the other one is double. So there is no difference between float and double, both suppose fractional values only. But if you want to get the accurate value, that means after fractional part, if you want to get the complete value, then you need to go with the double. But if you declare your value as float, you will get only some part of the fractional. And coming to integral, again it is divided into five data types: byte, short, int, long and char. So char actually supports characters. Other than this char, we have four other different integer data types: byte, short, int and long. So generally we don't use all these, we use only int. But based on the size of your data, for example, if I want to assign a value 10 to A, so the value of 10 is, the binary value of 10 is 1010. That means it occupies only 4 bits. 4 bits in the sense 1 byte is enough for this A value, but I declared A value as int, which will take 4 bytes of memory. Out of this 4 bytes, we are using only 4 bits, so remaining 3 unknown bytes will be wasted. So if you don't want to waste your memory, you can declare your A value as byte here. So byte will also, it is similar to int type, that is integral type only, but it occupies only 1 byte of memory. So out of 1 byte, 8 bits, you are using only 4 bits. So you are wasting only 4 bits of memory. So this is better than wasting 3 unknown bytes memory. So only in this case you can differentiate, or you can declare your data differently, like byte or short or int or long. So based on the size of your data, value of your data, then you can declare your data as byte or short or int or long. And coming to char, so why we are declaring char also integral type in the sense in Java. So we have seen in C, so characters will be stored in the form of ASCII characters. So here also the characters will be stored in the form of ASCII codes and we also have Unicode for each character. So ASCII code we have only 0 to 127 ASCII codes are there, but here in Java the character will take 2 bytes of memory. So 2 bytes in the sense 16 bits. So it will take 0 to 65,535 characters are there. So we have 0 to 65,535 characters are there. But all Unicodes, these values are nothing but Unicodes here, but all these Unicodes doesn't have equivalent character values. Some of the values are reserved for future purpose. But why, what is the use of these many characters? Why? Because Java also supports the native languages like local languages. If you go with the Korea, so they have a Java with their own native language, Korean language. The same way we are using English. So like that in China also, with the Chinese languages they have Java. So to support their languages, we have some Unicodes, unique characters for that. So all those characters will be available within this range only, 0 to 65,535. but here these many characters will not be supported in our computer. Why? Because our computer may not support those languages. So, and some of the characters are reserved for future purpose. And so that is about primitive types. And coming to reference type. So reference type, in the sense, there is no existing particular data type for this. That means you are just creating a reference, a memory or a alias for the class or interface or array. See why I am taking array also here. So previously in C, how we are declaring array, simply int a of 5. So at the time of declaration only we used to provide the size. That means this is a static allocation. But in Java, array is also dynamic allocation. Dynamic in the sense, the memory will be allocated using new operator at the time of runtime. So here I cannot use the declaration for array. Here I need to use like this, new int of 5. So the array size is 5 and you are allocating memory using new operator. So this way you can declare array, and here A is nothing but a reference type. And coming to interface or class, so we will now discuss about class. After knowing about interfaces, we will get to know this, but both are slightly similar. Now, for example, I am declaring a class with some data and methods, but as we know, class doesn't have any physical existence, so I need to allocate memory for that by creating an object. So A of is equal to new A. So now you are allocating memory, and here OB you are calling as reference. So this reference are nothing but creating a reference for your class type or interface type or array type. So these are the different data types which are available in Java. Now we will discuss about the sizes and ranges of those different data types. So as we discussed, byte has 1 byte, that is 8 bit, short has 2 bytes, that is 16 bits, and integer is 4 bytes, and that is 32 bit, long is 8 bytes, that is 64 bit, and float is again 4 bytes which occupies 32 bits, double is 8 bytes, that is 64 bit, and char, as we discussed, it takes 2 bytes, that is 16 bit symbols, and boolean, it has only 2 values, that is either true or false. So I am coming to ranges. These are the different ranges for these data types. If we take, I will give you a shortcut for integral types here. So as we have 8 bits, in this 8 bits, all these numbers are signed numbers. The first bit is used for sign. That means it may be a positive number or negative number. If the number is positive, the first bit will be 0. If the number is negative, then the bit will be 1. So the first bit will be reserved for sign. So that means you can assign the value only for the 7 bits. So here the range will be minus 2 power 7 to 2 power 7 minus 1. So this is the range for byte. And in the same way, for short it is 16 bit, but 1 bit is used for sign. So the range will be minus 2 power 15 to 2 power 15 minus 1. And for integer it is 2 power minus 2 power 31 to 2 power 31 minus 1. And for long it is minus 2 power 63 to 2 power 63 minus 1. Right. So they have expanded these values, but you don't need to expand, simply you can write in terms of powers. And coming to float and double, as we know, the fractional values will be stored in the form of mantissa and exponent. Mantissa and exponent. So here this is the exponent value and this is the mantissa value, and this is the range. So this is the minimum range and this is the maximum range for float. The same way for double value, this is the range. So for double and float, we don't have any logics. And as we know, for characters it is 2 bytes, but characters it doesn't have any positive or negative values, so it starts from 0, and that is 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1, which is nothing but 65,535, right? So these many Unicodes we have, and each Unicode, each integer value has equivalent character value. And next last is boolean, which has only 2 logical values, that is either true or false. So this is about data types which are available in Java, and thank you.